Hey guys, it's Trix. Welcome back. Disclaimer time. I am not a gamer, but I do love to play games. This isn't my first rodeo. I enjoy certain genres, but I also love playing new games, and that's what this series is about. I hope you all enjoy watching someone fail multiple times at certain things that arguably would come naturally to other people. So basically, I fall, I target the wrong things, and I sabotage myself a lot. And that's just how it is. Final disclaimer, these videos do use a voiceover because I cannot play and narrate at the same time, especially when I play arcade games. So this is more of a reaction to the gameplay rather than a first-hand experience. Let me try and explain some stuff. This is where you live, not very important, and this is the marketplace area. Go around, look for relics. Relics are things that you have to pay for that help you during your gameplay. This is Mimi, I think. He holds all of your relics, and then you look through them, pick one every time you go on a run. And then you have your Arcana. These are your attacks, basically. They come in 4 different categories, and you have to buy them from the marketplace or receive them as rewards while you're playing within the rounds. This is Tommy. He has all of your Arcana. You buy them, you collect them, and then you choose which ones you want to play with. These are the ones on my current loadout. They're not optimized. Like I said, I'm not a gamer. I just choose things that look cool. And as you can see down there, I don't have any money right now, so I can't exactly get a better loadout. I've been holding out for some money to get better things, but these are the attacks I have for now, and these are the ones that I'm trying to learn to make the most out of. I was just trying the basic attack out, wondering if I should change it or not, but I decided to keep it for this run and the next. Going up, that's where the costumes are. So I believe the costumes give you different additions to your character. I currently only have the 2 normal, the ones you start out with costumes, and then you go to the wardrobe to change. So as you can see here, I only have the 2 basic ones at the moment. This is the middle part of the plaza. It's where I do something stupid. When I click certain buttons, sometimes I don't look at what I'm supposed to be pressing. So here, I didn't want what he was offering me, but I accidentally accepted it. That's what the heart was for. So anyway, all of these people in the main area, near the portal, they just offer different things, different advantages for you on your run, but I've never really tried to use them except for the times when I accidentally play them. And then here in the last corner, I think it's some unopened, unfinished part of the game. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping one day I'd reach the point where I can go to that. So this is the loadout screen, and I just wanted to point out that even if you're not a gamer, this is a great loadout screen. Aside from how much I appreciate the simplistic value of these graphics, I also enjoy the fact that in one screen, it already offers you what you're looking for, what you're planning to do. Theoretically, you have a few rounds, a few bosses, and the final boss. And that helps you to plan things out however you want to do. Ideally, if you were a real gamer, you'd be able to decide what your loadout would be, or at least try and manipulate your loadout in a way that it will give you an advantage about the first round and then the next round and the next round, because now you can consider what you're trying to do. Yes, the paths are randomly generated, but you at least have some idea about what are the possibilities. And like I said earlier, in the central area of the plaza, you have an option to change out what the first set would be. And in that way, you can manipulate what your loadout, your skill and arcana set would be, even your relics, so that you have a better advantage at winning, especially during the first part of the run. One final thing I appreciate about this loading screen is the fact that it was created using very recognizable characters and symbols. They used elemental colors to put together the elemental arcana, and it really looks like it was well thought out rather than just creating something that would show you a start to the end of a loading bar. This is a roguelike dungeon crawler, so the goal of the whole thing is to go around the map discovering different portals, and once you've discovered different portals, or in essence, seen the whole parts of the map, you can move on, defeat the final boss for that map, and then go on to the next one. I have personally only reached the first mini boss. I've never even reached the actual boss for each element that you were able to see in the loadout, because again, I'm not really good at this, but I love it. I love watching it, and this is one of my gameplays. So, some things I've learned. First off, I'm better at hitting them and then running away. I find that that's best for me. I'm very bad at like my coordination when they're right in front of me. I figure that I can't focus on what action I'm trying to take, and it gives me a hard time trying to figure out what to do. Number two, oh, this is one of the things that you have to find. So, for example, you discover them in the map and then you find one of the portals. If you complete, quote unquote, the portals that you've seen in the map, you can move on to the mini boss. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, it's very hard for me to focus on what I'm trying to do if I'm being bombarded. So, if there's a chance for me to run away, I would, unlike what just happened. So, sometimes I get lucky, sometimes my fingers do what my brain tries to do, but sometimes, like that first hit, I just hit nothing. And sometimes I just do this, I run away, go back, hit them, or not hit them because I'm bad at targeting, and then I run back away again. Yes, I'm very bad at controls. So like I said, I don't have much money. That's because I keep losing. I keep losing, and you don't keep the money, um well, you keep some of the money that you earn within the dungeon. I'm gonna fall. There you go. But you don't keep all of it. So since I keep losing, I don't have much money. So even if I do want to curate, I actually did some research and I do want to curate my arcana. I can't really get to them because I don't have the money that I've been looking for. Right here, you get gold. Most of the gold you can use in the dungeon. That's what the currency for most things are within the dungeon. But I don't have those gems, and those gems are the ones that give you arcana in the marketplace. I ran away from them here, and I thought I was going somewhere safer, but I discovered there's a worse enemy over here. There you go. Worse because he's bigger. Big things scare me. It doesn't matter if they're not as strong, but the psychology of it, the game graphic design of it, when you put a big monster there, they're probably supposedly harder to defeat. Even if it's not true, that's what I think. For example, these guys, they gave me a hard time because they target and shoot almost immediately. So you really have to attack them before they can target you. And I wasn't doing that right, like that. So anyway, I am a victim of the if it's bigger, it's harder to defeat thought. So there you go. I could have fought them first. It wouldn't have mattered. I have this thing where I use the dash when I feel like I'm walking too slow, but I'm stupid at it. Sometimes I use the dash and fall into holes. So I'm trying to get better at that too. During some gameplays, I have really good fights. This, I feel like, might have been one of them. Okay, I lied. This might not have been one of them. Maybe this is the fight that got me killed. I, I don't remember. Oh, yes, I think this was the fight that got me killed. I thought that I won and tried to run out, but apparently there were still more enemies. And like I said, the ones that target you and then hit automatically, they're hard for me to miss. They're hard for me to evade because I'm not very agile with my fingers when it comes to arcade games. Wait, okay, I won. I survived that one. I don't remember how I died then. This is another one of those portals. I still try to visit them because I don't think I've played enough of the game to know every single possibility of portals and NPCs that I can meet. This one actually was the first time I've. There you go, I made myself fall. That was the first time I met this particular NPC, so I still try and take the time to discover and actually talk to the people when I see them. So the objective is to just go around the map. There's a place in every dungeon crawl map here wherein they offer you a potion for 100 gold, and I think I was looking for it here, but the problem is it only gives you 200 health, and in the end you can still die. Oh, I think this is when I would die. So those little things, they're really annoying because when minions arise and you kill the main guy, sometimes they disappear. These ones, they don't really seem to, so there you go, I died. Again, back at level 1-1. I always seem to get stuck here. Alright, so I'm not that bad. This isn't like the first time I've played this game. So there are fights that I can leave unscathed. When I started, I really couldn't win anything without dying. But from this strategy, I've learned a lot of things. First off, you can see that monster, that enemy down there with a big block. So he doesn't move very fast, but he can jump over the canyons. So if I do this run around thing, it gets really hard to evade him in a way that he can run after me even when others already couldn't. But I do my best with what strategy I've learned, which is again to just attack and run away. But the thing is, I have to learn which enemies that would work with. This Kremire the Collector, allow me to buy your relics. So he offered to get my relics and he'll pay for them, but I don't have any relics because I don't have any money. Yes. You see me breaking all of the things. Sometimes there's money in them. I wasn't trying to go into that portal. I told you I'm bad at controlling things. These enemies don't really run after you unless you attack them like that. So they'll start running after you, and then when you attack them, that's when they come. But if you run away far enough, they sort of reset. They go back to their original place. So in a way, those things for me are easier to fight. But when they start targeting you and they attack there, and there's four of them, I still have a difficult time figuring out what to do about those. Here I learned that you can actually use the portal to run away. Yes, I learned that by accident. Again, I'm not a gamer. These things don't come naturally to me. Hopefully, one day they would. But again, in my disclaimer, I prefer certain genres, and arcade isn't one of them. I played this with my brother. That's why I discovered it, and I enjoyed it. I love the graphics. Graphics really pull me in. The aesthetics of this thing really seem to be on point. And when the aesthetics and graphics of something look good to me, even though I wouldn't enjoy it on a normal basis, I try it out. So this is an electric map. That's what I'm gonna call it. I have no idea what they called it. Basically, most of your enemies here and even the map, they all have electric elements. And that's what I'm saying about how I love the aesthetics of this. The maps in itself, they're all very similar. Like, they have the same tiles, same walls, but they took into account the designs of it. So they put these extra sconce things that um, emanate lightning because it's a lightning map. They in the other rooms, for example, if it's a fire map, it looks like there's lava and things like that. So I really enjoyed that attention to detail. This is one of those things where I was hoping to just run away from them, but I think there you go. They can jump over the holes and they made me fall. As if I don't make myself fall. Uh, I was fighting much better in this round that I usually do, but it's still not good enough. I say that because I actually went through a big number of enemies and I still have, what, 250 health? By this point, I would usually have 40 and this guy would finish me off. But for the looks of it, he can already finish me off anyway. I have a hard time estimating how long it would take him to jump over me and stuff like that. But I'm learning. I'm trying. This is the same guy as before. Again, I have to learn the enemies better because I should have realized that the same um, strategy of running and hitting him would be very effective for this guy because he basically just resets when he can't see you anymore. And that I shouldn't come up to him and try and fight him because he's very powerful, but he does stop. So I need to remember that kind of thing. But it's a bit difficult because every time you play the game, you might start at a different type of map, and these enemies are specific for this map. Again, great style, but makes it hard for me to remember or to strategize my attacks. I think I'm going to die in this next one. uh, Hilarious. I find it really hard to fight them when there's a lot of them and I can't run away because, again, my strategy is to hit and run, and I'm doing fairly well. When I started this game, first part of this, and I'd be dead already. But there you go. Oh hey, I won. Surprises me as well. I don't think I'm gonna last long though because those guys are hard to fight. Run away. Probably not going to. Yep. I think this is where I forgot that they can jump. Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. I'm dead. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Go download Wizards of Legend, buy it from Steam. It's a great game. Even I, who doesn't play arcade much, really has a good time with it. Enjoy the different aspects. You're probably so much better than I am, so I'm sure you're gonna have fun. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share this to your friends, and go play the game.